Like this. एक मिनट हाँ some
जय सच्चिदानंद।
जय सच्चिदानंद
जय सच्चिदानंद।
okay एक minute 1 minute and I'll be done. Okay, Pulinanandji, Jai Satchidanand.
जय
Mantra,
सच्चिदानंद।
please recite the three mantra.
नमो वीतरागाय,
नमो वितरागाय,
नमो अरिहंताणं,
नमो
अरिहंता
नमो सिद्धाणं,
नमो सिद्धाणं,
नमो आयरियाणं,
नमो
नमो
हरिया
आयर्याणं,
नमो वज्रयाणं,
नमो
नमो वज्रायाणं,
नमो लोये सव साहुणं,
नमो
नमो लोये सपसां,
ऐसो पंच नमोकारो,
ऐसो
पंचनकारो,
तव पावपनासनो,
सब
सर्वपापनाश,
मंगलाणं च सव्येसें,
मंगलांच सर्वेषां,
परमं भवै मंगलम्।
परमं
परमं भवै मंगलम्।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय,
ओम
ओम नमो
नमो
भगवते
वासुदेव
ओम नमः शिवाय।
ओम
ओम नमः
नमः
शिवाय।
जय सच्चिदानंद।
जय
जय
सच्चिदानंद। जय सच्चिदानंद।
Jai Satchidanand. Welcome everybody. We have 2 weeks ago we left everybody with doing some experiment on separation. Anybody has any input?
Yes, Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Shri Keshav bhai.
Yeah, I will tell. I would like to tell about experience on the Kalam. But first, I have one question. Can I ask that first?
Okay.
Regarding these red signals, which Dadaji has said, I want to know what is the red signal in the path of Akram Moksha, Akram Gyan. What is the meaning of that and what it includes? And does one lose Gyan due to the red signals if they happen? What is the meaning? Please explain in short. I don't need to go in details, but the short word.
Deepakanandji? Pulinanandji?
You see, basically, one of the things was known, red signals, yani, the faults that lie within the Prakriti, mind, body, speech. That is what Dada Bhagwan has highlighted, that these faults are detrimental for opening up of the Keval Gyan. So known, we note things. So that was one of them. And quite a bit of, many of them have been mentioned in the ninth Haptamani. Krodma and Mayalobh, of course, is there. Then Mamta is there. And various other things are there. 5, 6 other things are there. So Potapanu is one of them. Garvaras is one of them. So these are red signals in the sense it is, he has cautioned that these are the shortcomings that we have brought in the Prakriti, which need to be cleared in order to attain Keval Gyan. So these are only your Prakritic shortcomings, and one does not lose one's Gyan because of that. Gyan is separate. Gyan is self-realization that I am not the name bearer, but I am the pure soul. After I changes its place from name bearer to pure soul, but the mind body speech complex remains, which was charged in the previous birth. And in the previous birth, whatever knowledge we had, whatever beliefs we had, based on that, we have charged. So the wrong things that we have charged are now going to play their part or are going to come out as discharge. So while they are coming out as discharge, Dada has said that you must be aware of these and that these are detrimental for your spiritual advancement. So that is what I meant by red signals. One does not lose one's Gyan because Gyan is a vision, isn't this thing? The wrong belief gets fractured and the right belief gets installed. So that remains intact. That does not go away. Only when these shortcomings pop up, at that time, this awareness that I am the pure soul, there is a wheel on the awareness. So we will lose that awareness, and after some time, the awareness will again come back. So it is something which is in the Prakriti, which needs to be cleared. That is all. That is all. So something to be aware of, something to be done Purusharth upon.
So you're saying the red signal means that the path, the progress will be halted. That is what you're saying. Is it correct?
It's a blockage. These are all blocks.
Okay. So the path, yeah. So actually, I have read many places. There, I don't know in what context, because see, context I cannot tell. But in many places I've read that they're saying that due to this red signals, that the Gyan will be lost. So it is saying like that. So anyone who reads without the context, they will understand this. This way. So yeah. So but right now I am not. I read many places. So I thought first I would ask you. Then if I will give you in WhatsApp, if I'll try to give those, but then we can maybe discuss one by one in later. So, but the thing is that I have read it clearly. It is saying that we do lose the Gyan, if and another thing is, see, Dada is saying that I don't take responsibility, for the moksha, So
Now,
what?
I understood what you're saying. Basically, those are the three things in Akram Mark. Dada says if these things are there, then I don't take responsibility for you attaining moksha. Those three are separate, and the known and all the Aptamani stuff that I'm saying, 9, that is different. Those two are separate. But the previous ones that I mentioned, those are separate, and that will not be it will only delay your moksha, but it will not be a hindrance. And the other three, where it is about illicit relationship or sex. Then it is liquor, daru, and non-veg food. So these three things are extremely detrimental to the awareness of that I am pure soul. है ना, आवरण आ जाता है उसके, बहुत सारा आवरण आ जाता है. इसलिए दादा, that is why Dada Bhagwan says that now I don't take any responsibility if these three are in indulgence. These three you have to simply avoid in Akram Vignan. Because in Akram Vignan, by grace of the Gnani, we have got this enlightenment, the spiritual awareness that I am the pure soul. And these three are extremely detrimental, and that can, totally go. That Jagrati will simply go away if you indulge in that. That is why he said, then I don't take any responsibility. Where you will go, when you will go, how you will go.
So he's saying so you're saying that these three are only the one for which Dadaji said I don't take responsibility. That is what I. So there are no.
Yes.
Any other are there for which Dadaji said I don't take any responsibility if this happens.
Well, this is all that I know of. These three are that I know.
Okay, so in the red signal, that this is what I meant actually. So this is what I wanted to know about, which for
yeah. These are the three. Yeah.
Okay.
These
So
are
for
the
example, even known means it will hamper the progress, but after that Dadaji is taking responsibility for the known. That is.
Yes, it will hamper, it will delay, but you see, after some time, the awareness will arise, and then the person will be aware that this known is there, and then it should be cleared out. You should not have the known.
Okay. And also, like this, where is also there, which will delay, which you said there some few in given in Avtvani 9, which will delay the progress. It is Avtvani 9 is covering that, right?
Yeah, Avtvani 9 covers those topics. Yes.
Okay. I will read and then collect and then discuss.
Even if you just go through the index, you will get at the gross level those topics.
Yes. Okay. And okay. Then about the experience.
Oh, wait, just hold on. Kashyap, Deepakanandji, let's input and then we can talk. Deepakanandji? Deepakanandji?
Yeah. Jai Sachidanand, it is, in short, I will say, one is break in following Agna, which is called you cross the highest wall, then you can still come back. So a break in Agna following is one red signal. You can come back by doing pratikraman. And the second is, you can say, it's already narrated, already Pulinanandji has said that is charitra bhang. That is, you lose your chastity. And in that case, it is like electrified barbed wire. So you lose your gnan. You lose this knowledge, basically. And Dada has said, you can come back, climb back into the boundaries of the agnas by climbing back on the wall. But barbed wire electrification, if someone crosses that boundary, means if he gets electrified, then he loses the gnan. And the only remedy is only another stroke of self-realization, that is Gnan-Vidhi by Gnani Purush. He can come back or she can come back. So these two are primary red signal. One is you can come back. Second, you lose the knowledge itself. And the solution for that is only a Gnani Purush can bring you back. You need another powerful stroke of Gnan, and through his blessings you can come back. Hey Sachidanand.
Okay, now Kashubai, you can talk about your experience.
Yeah, regarding the ninth Kalam, so I have this feeling since childhood that I want to be useful, that what is the purpose of the life is to serve, means be helpful for others. This I understood. So, and right now what I understand, see, when whatever sanjog is coming, in that I should not be a nimit for harming others, or in any way, this I understood from Dadaji's Gyan. So in that, but that is the thing is that also I understood that it is not always possible. Sometimes the circumstances are very not suitable. We cannot be able to handle because of our shortcomings. Whatever in mind, body, speech, we are not up to the mark. So, but we have to be doing the nischay. So nischay. So regarding this, for some since years I have been struggling. I'm not a very good adapter. This is my shortcoming. I understand. So even in the satsang, adapting to the satsang means I'm facing. I used to face a lot, but right now it is improving because of satsangs and all. Because of the grace of Dadaji and also of Mahatma Putra. So Rajniji, I thank you. So that is helping, but still I have this feeling again and again. I'm feeling that if due to this I am an nimit. Sometimes what coming in the satsang other people don't understand. So I am also a nimit. I feel this is my feeling. I don't know if I'm correct or not. I feel like that. I don't know why again and again. In spite of listening to the satsangs, I feel I am a nimit. So if people because these are sutras are very short, they don't have any context, and if they are not explained properly, so other people will easily misunderstand and go on the wrong path. So so that we will become a nimit for doing wrong to the under others. This is what I feel. So this is actually my question also and experience also.
Deepakanandji?
Hey Sachidanand, Dada's Apta Sutras are such. They are backed by his purity, his complete experience. These are not ordinary words. So if you have an opportunity to understand that, it's great. But even if you don't have that opportunity, and if you just read that and keep reading that, it will open your eyes. It will open that understanding, that in-depth understanding which Dada has put in that, or his experience is that experience will open within you. You understand?
So there is no possibility
That's
of
why Dada had been telling all these years when he was there, just come here and just listen and see me what I am doing. That's it. That was his satsang. You understand, there were people, inquisitive people who wanted to understand this and that. He answered their questions. That was fine. But then the ultimate thing was this. So I need not worry about what others are thinking, whether did they understand or not. And it is not by putting these things, Dada's Apta Sutras, we are becoming nimit not to make them understand about Dada's science. No, anybody who wants to understand, they can always ask, as you are asking. There's no problem. And I believe nobody will tell you no, not to ask these questions. So
No,
this is it.
I give a book of Apsutras to some relative or friend. So is there no possibility that they misunderstand? Maybe they don't contact you, so because
No. You don't have to worry about that, because there is nothing wrong written in that. if they misunderstand it, they will come back with a question that, hey, what is this? I tried this, what Dada has said in this Apta Sutra, but it's not working. Then he will get the right answer. Because these are not ordinary words, experience words. Even what Dada has said, if I tell someone some weird word, what he had said in Gujarati, if he tells someone just keep saying kuti kuti, and if someone just say kuti kuti means holder, where we hang clothes and things, kuti kuti, and he will attain moksha. These are the power of his words, because these are his words, experience words. And behind that, behind those words, he is there fully, 100%. Do you understand that?
Okay, yeah, but
And in fact, the purpose of
yeah.
Apta Sutra is, it is an eye-opener, in the sense, someone should come out with questions. Hey, what does this mean? What does that mean? So then they will get to know this science. Because
Yeah,
Apta Sutra
I
means
understand I understand
Vitrag
what you
Vignan in a concise form. Every Apta Sutra is Akram Vignan in its concise form.
I understand that.
So actually what it means,
Yeah.
you pick one Apta Sutra, your investigation will start. What does this mean? What does that mean? And then you will finish the whole circle.
Yeah,
The purpose is to initiate a thinking process, a thought, an investigation, and then the person will get
I'm
benefit.
actually very
Case etc.
careful to tell about this Akram Vigyan to other means friends and acquaintances. But one or two I gave. But what happened is that they, for some time, they showed some interest, but after that they left it, and so I don't know. That is what my thoughts came.
I tell you one thing.
Yeah.
That's true. My brother-in-law, before having this Gnan, acquiring this Gnan, this knowledge, he read all the Aptavanis. He read other Akram Vignans also, the periodicals, periodic magazine what we release. He said, I was not understanding anything, but I only felt that it is something good, it is something great, but he didn't understand anything. And after self-realization, after acquiring knowledge, he's
yes,
you understand that? So
Yeah.
your experience by giving books to others, and if they say they don't understand or they lose interest or they don't show any interest, it is quite obvious. But by doing that, someone will come looking for the right understanding. So you don't have to get it. You just keep distributing these books. This book will talk one day and open eyes.
Means we don't have to be worried about whether they are coming to self-realization or not. Means that it will happen by when the time comes, right?
Yeah, in fact, what I'm saying, there are so many people who came to Dada Bhagwan by picking those things in the, what do you call, वो पस्ती को क्या बोलते हैं? We sell old stuff, old books and all old papers and all that.
Yeah,
the people who pick those books from that, and they came to Dada looking for him.
Yeah.
So he said, my books will shout from the racks, even if they are put from the rack, on the rack. So he said, our job is you just pass on those books to others, it will work.
My bhavna is that Aputras throw more light on these Apsutras, so I don't know how much it is possible. That is my bhavna.
Come again, what is it?
My bhavna is that Aputras, they throw more light on these Apsutras, and how it is will happen, I don't know, so what is the possibility there?
It is coming. Wherever we go, people come. And see, this is one thing also we have to understand and accept. This is an exception to the rule. So you won't find masses over here. So we must understand that our feelings are great. We have a lot of positive feeling that everyone should come across this knowledge, but then they also must have that stock of credit, punya credit, this and know these signs. You understand?
Thank you. Yes, Sachi.
Pulinanandji, you want to shed some light
Yeah.
on that?
Yeah. So what I've understood from this conversation is that the ninth Kalam will be instrument in the welfare, and in the process you may have given some books or Apta Sutras to some of your friends who initially showed interest and later on did not respond. So you felt that if this could be properly explained so that this interest of the newcomer is sustained. This was the summary of your this thing. Now I have 2-3 things to say on that. You see, Apta Sutras are very concise, key sentences taken from running text or running satsang. This happens in all scriptures. You go to Vedas, you go to Jain scriptures, you go to Gita, there are sutras, and people don't understand the sutras straight away. So then there are people who explain and give commentaries and things like that. So sutras inherently, not only here, but in other religions, other texts, spiritual texts, also this does happen. We have to understand. In fact, the other religions are much more tough. First thing is language, and second thing is the concept. Here, at least we have got this Gnan and we understand the concept. So that is as far as sutras go. In principle, they do require explanation for a layman who takes it first hand. Point number 2, that you feel are keen that some of your friends or acquaintances get advantage of the other one. What could be done? What could be done is you give them books. So there are 2 types. One is you could give them up. The one is if they are slightly spiritually evolved, or you could give them our basic books like Bhagavad Bol and things like that, where that's the same thing but in a very layman language and for a practical day-to-day application. Depending on the person at the opposite end to whom you are giving the book. The advantage of giving these books will be, it will be a running text. So there will be some, there will be a context, reference to context will be there, wherein the person will understand what is the question and what is the answer given by that. That may help him understand Dada's science or what Dada Bhagwan means or what Akram Vignan means, like this is what Gita says, this is what Quran says, this is what Bible says. Same way, Aptamanis will give a glimpses of what Dada Bhagwan is trying to say, what Akram Vignan is, and what Moksha Marg is. So, to newcomers, giving them books which has running question answer text will be helpful, and the understanding will be a little easier vis-a-vis Apta Sutras. And number 3, you give them books. Maybe they understand, maybe they don't understand, maybe they show interest, maybe they even dissipate interest. Does not matter. Books kept at their home, if not today, tomorrow, or coming down, a few months down the line, will also pick up. He may not understand now, but you see, for him to understand and come back to us also requires credit, punya. Just like Deepakanandji said, his punya must ripen up. Only then he will get the importance and realize it. There are instances where people said, I had this book, but I read it after so many months or so many years. And then I said, oh, why didn't I read it before? So we must do our whatever we feel or whatever inspires us at that point, whatever point of time, share our knowledge. Then it depends on the punya of the opposite person also to, come further and get the advantage of this. So if not today, tomorrow, maybe they have not shown interest now, but maybe when the punya ripens, they will come back to us. We have done our best and then leave it to that. So that's my viewpoint. Yes, Sachin.
Okay, Jai Sachidanand. Subir bhai, unmute kariye. Please unmute, Subir bhai. Okay.
Jai Sachidanand Pulinanandji, Jai Sachidanand Deepakanandji, Sarva Mahatma on the line. So I am first time joining this English satsang.
Very good.
So just right from the conversation going on, so I have something to say also, or asking that whenever we give something to read like this to our friend circle or close relative, and if they have a question, can we try to explain from our level of understanding, or we should just tell that you go and read and understand, and once we get the scope for this, like you people present, they can understand from your side. At least we can try from our level of understanding. Is there any risk?
Pulinanandji?
Answer is yes and no. If it
Mm.
is something simple, you may attempt, but then you must say, this is my understanding.
Right.
So you don't go hammer and tongs, no, this is like this and it is like this. Because if there is a little error in our understanding, we may pass on the wrong message to the other person.
Yeah, that's risk is there.
So be careful depending on the type of question is asking, and depending on the level of understanding you have got. If it falls within your level of understanding where you have clearly understood in something very basic, yes,
Mm.
and then you can say this is my understanding. But if you want, I would suggest you please come to our satsang and converse with our Aptaputras. That is the safest thing.
Barabar.
Rather than we give answers, tell them you read and ask difficulties or questions. Many Mahatmas do that. Ask them to our Aptaputras. So you are in the safe zone. What you can share with others or newcomers, as you said, your friends or relatives, is your hardcore experience. Based on your so many years of being in Keval Vignan, based on your own personal Purusharths and experiences, whatever experience you have got, the advantages you have derived of this Gnan, that you can easily share because that is your personal experience. That I had a fight with someone, for example, I had a fight with someone, I did this Pratikaman, it cleared off, or I am doing this vidhis and prayers, now it is helping me, or whatever, or Dada, some understanding which you put into practice, with any bowl or whatever, Vyavasthit, whatever. So that experience of the spiritual science that you have personally undergone or have got, that experience you can share because that is, there is nothing wrong in that. But explaining concepts is little dicey. So be careful and say, this is my understanding. And safer zone is to give it to, bring them up, put them in contact with Aptaputra. So no misunderstanding of the other's concept goes. That's what I feel.
I will share one experience regarding this. Once in our this family group, my sister-in-law came from Toronto also, and someone came from other side part of India. So we had a discussion. Naturally, whenever we discuss, there will be always ninda, no? So ninda of the person who is not present there. So my sister-in-law was telling something, means all the shortcomings of her husband. So then all of a sudden, I just spoke that whenever you are speaking something wrong with this man, that means it must be there in you also, inside you also, this type of fault. So he automatically comes all of a sudden from my mouth. Then, well, how you can say like this? Then I share my experience. See, we used to, means myself and my wife used to take this walking during the morning time. And whenever we walk during this morning, we see one person who is to pluck flowers from that root and from the houses, which is the flowers, no, and they pick up from the outside of the boundary wall. Then I don't care for that, but my wife used to tell that, see, this man is stealing. This man is stealing a flower. I mean, you are also stealing. And how? I don't know, whenever I used to buy flower and give you for puja purpose, but you used to steal from our society garden also. So whenever you steal, you will see the other person also stealing. But so many people are moving, but nobody is looking to the man that he is stealing something. So this just happened. But after that, I was just cautious of how I can speak like this too. But I feel what is called the concept, what I gave, it is understood by the person whom I directed to that. What do you want to say?
Deepakanandji?
Sachidanand, there is nothing, absolutely nothing wrong sharing your experience. But then over a period of time, we have seen people that they start
Preaching.
answering other conceptual questions also. And then, at times I have also seen that when some Aptaputra is doing satsang, then they say that this is wrong, this is what Dada had said, Dada said this, like that. And, when this thing comes up, then and also one more thing, when one start doing satsang himself or herself, then one cannot listen to others. And the best part, touch wood, it is Dada's grace only. Whenever anybody is talking, I say even Mahatmas are talking, and if certain thing comes up, we have highest level of acceptance. And that is why we say that this experience is with everyone. But talking about and trying to give answers or giving explanations, one way it is no problem. But the other backside, the other side of the coin is one can get easily
Carried away
affected in
with
the
that.
sense that he will become like
Preacher.
I have heard people saying I'm better than Aptaputra. I'm not trying to protect our stage, our state or like that, but this is what happens. I'm better off than others. That also, it has popped up, and then they don't listen to anyone. They don't listen to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a very big problem. And when this thing goes on for years together, then they have a totally different perspective that now I know everything about Dada. And what the idea behind that was they keep good track of Dada's science by reading books, Aptavanis and all that. So this is a caution. I will only say this is a caution. And I have also seen that, such when these people talk like this, they end up in a clash even in the satsang. You see, 99.99% I have observed the Aptaputras, and in fact, we are told by Dada Bhagwan that if there is any difference in your interaction while satsang, you must stop there. And I have seen Aptaputras stopping right there. They will not end up in a big clash or a difference or an argument. No, never. Right? Jai Satchidanand.
Yeah. So that what is called that point, you will be there. What time you should withdraw? You have to know.
Yeah, if any difference comes or any controversy comes or argument comes, then you will say, "This is the best understanding I have. I believe you need to interact with
withdraw yourself
more experienced person."
from the
And there's
conversation.
nothing wrong in it. Even I have done during my initial years that I used to tell that I believe I am not all that capable of clarifying your doubt. You need to listen to my seniors, and that's how I cut off my conversation with that person. In
Right.
fact, that person also said that why are you doing satsang?
Mm-hmm.
So I told him that there are different level of students who come when I teach, but if there are other students who are of higher standard, who needs better teacher than me, then I don't misguide them. I just surrender and tell them that you need a better teacher than me, a higher understanding person. And there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong, I believe. And Dada has always said that if don't misguide, don't tell anything out of your own thinking or own belief. And that's a caution. It's very important. And wherever the differences come, you must stop immediately. Argument, stop immediately. And don't let that person know, make a quick U-turn and pass the message that, okay, I believe we need to talk to our Aptaputras like that. It is better, I would say, because then he will also not lose interest and he will get the right understanding. And our
Right.
purpose that people should understand, or our relatives should understand Dada's science will work effectively. Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Yes, Satchidanand.
I will
Yes.
share one. No, so I have one more.
Okay.
I will
Okay.
share one experience, and I just want to know that whenever there is a good news comes from our close circle, friend, family, whatever is there, we used to convey congratulations, right? And whenever anything bad news coming, then we try to console with some words, consoling words. And but at that time, I just observe. It has been for quite some time. I have been observing that whenever we are saying this congratulation inside my, I will think that why it can't happen to me or my family or family members. So I feel that this is a point of jealousy, something like that. It could have it could have come to my family members or something like or near and dear ones. And same time, whenever this anything bad happens to somebody else, we no doubt from the Bhagavad point of view, we used to means I used to tell some consolation words to them just to pacify them their situation. But at the same time, we get means it is called proud that at least it has not happened to me or happened to my family near and dear ones. So this type of inside world, when we observe, is there anything how to overcome this first thing, and is there anything to do means requirement for doing patikramana for this should not come, no, we should be Monday at present with that situation, whatever bad or good, we should be with the situation.
Pulinanandji? Pulinanandji?
I have explained both the sides, good or bad, both the sides.
And then I understand. Yeah, just before you see, when you start, just before I come to this point, the previous point, when you start explaining, as you said, then you will share your experience. After sharing experience, maybe you start explaining other concepts of Dada Bhagwan, and people will praise, "Oh, great, you are so knowledgeable. You are just like Dada Bhagwan." And that may have a tendency to inflate your ego. And then you will start more of it. And once you get the taste of that, then it's very difficult to get out of it. So that is that option thing, See to it that you don't get carried away. That yes, I know. That I know is a very dangerous thing, even for us also. Till the end, you have to remain humble. I know, but I still have things to know. So that is just one, this thing. I'm just repeating what he has said. And this is, you're right, competition, comparison, jealousy, these are there in us because we have this man or, pride. And when that gets hurt, so, or when someone becomes more superior to us, at that time, we feel why this has not come to me or my family member. That shows that this is what is there within us. That shows that is what is within us. And then we have to just understand and square it off. So if something good happens, then we can maximum say, what good has happened to them? May that good happen to me. If someone is more talented than me, I say, may I also be equally talented. Or may this also project the positives, If someone has gone up, may I also progress. Rather than feel jealous about it and bad about it within. Because that shows that you want to be one up. One up means that's man kashaya or pride that is operating.
Yes.
So it is a form of man that is operating. So when such a thing happens, we must just realize that this is the man that is within me. This is the pride kashaya that is within me deep down, and that it has surfaced, and now I have to square it off by right understanding. Repeated right understanding, not once. It will keep on as many times it pops up, you have to understand, and then it will gradually you'll be able to manage it. So, and at times of consolation, okay, if someone has suffered, then and you feel good, thank God, I have not suffered. But then it's like counting your blessings, So, so that may not have such a detrimental effect. If someone's bad news is there, that will have a detrimental effect when, When someone says, I've lost this job or this and all, and in the process, if we feel good, now I'm better than him. If that person we see as a competitor, then we might feel, good, that fellow has gone down. Now I'll be up, or my status will be up, you know. If that type of thing is there, then that could be a little thing to be cautioned about. Otherwise, you must feel, and you can do one thing, pray for the well-being. Someone has suffered some setback, you can just say a prayer, may good happen to that person, may he come out of that suffering. So that is how you have to take care of someone's suffering, and your own thing, be careful that your mind is at.
Sorry to stop you. That no, whatever from the Bhagwan point of view, whether to say congratulations or best wishes, whatever is there, and at the time of some sad story or something like that, we try to console, means the possible way. But at the same time, this happens inside, which is not seen to the other party. So, but according to Dada's Gyan, it is not coming up, and I am feeling that this is there inside me, which is not correct.
That's perfect. No? That's what I'm saying. It will come inside you only. It will not be expressed outside. But at least being a Mahatma, we are aware that this type of thing has come inside us.
Right.
It is our spiritual awareness which is showing up that such a thing is coming within file number 1. So but the same thing. It's the Agnan that is surfacing, the ignorance that is suffering. So we have to square it up with today's Gnan or knowledge, as I said, you have to do the plus minus counterbalancing inside us only.
I know. Even I am just expressing you that why I am expressing, because I don't support it, whatever is there. Both the ways. Both the ways. For good and bad, both the ways I don't support. That's why I'm asking that is there any way to overcome this type of means it should not surface, it should not it should not come up inside that type of beecher or whatever you can say.
That type of thought will definitely come up. Those type of feelings will definitely come up. It will come up because it is there within us. We have charged, so it is part of the discharge that is now playing out.
Right.
The discharge that is playing out. So will not come out if it will happen little later on. Initially, it will come up. It will come up because it is part of the discharge. And since it is part, it will come up, and we have to just manage or handle it with the help of today's Gnan and counterbalance it or nullify the effect. Every time I say, as you said, I'm not in favor. Whatever feelings have come, I don't agree. No, Maru, it's not mine, or I disagree. So that is one Purusharth where we withdraw from that feeling. So what has happened is that discharge has come to the surface, you have managed it, and it has gone, it is dissipated. So as much as we have brought with us, as many layers of such feelings of competition, jealousy, or whatever we have brought within us, those many times it will keep surfacing. And every time we will keep on squaring it off. And every time we'll also reinforce the right understanding or what is right, that this should not be there. Why am I doing it? So the right understanding will nullify the wrong understanding. And finally, when all of them are squared off, all the layers of that, say, jealousy has gone away, then ultimately nothing will remain. At that point of time, it will happen the way you're saying. It should not happen at all. Why is it happening? Why such bad feelings are happening? So that will happen once the quota or the stock is exhausted. So that is the end result. But till we achieve the end result, in the intermediate state, we are squaring off with today's knowledge, and all the layers one by one will go away. In fact, initially, what happens for any shortcoming, what you said is very small, which is within inside us. Any shortcomings, initially the intensities will be very high, then we may do pratikam and ask strength, then reduce. Then when the intensity of that shortcoming, whatever it may be, it reduces to less than 50% or so, then we'll be able to manage it at the thought level itself. If that wrong thought comes, we say cross, bye-bye, it goes away. We are just not accepting it. We're not getting entangled or engrossed into it. So it'll come and go, it'll come and go. So it won't affect us much, and we'll be very easily able to handle it. And gradually the whole thing will taper down and come down to zero. the shortcoming, jealousy, for example, will come down to zero. That is the last stage after everything is exhausted.
One more change I have seen in
Oh,
inside.
one thing, Surbhi, let's hear from Deepakanandji before you add new topic. Deepakanandji?
Yeah, Jai Sachidanand. You know, this is very common where you come across other person's success or other person's loss or failure. So when I come across anybody's success, I definitely heartily congratulate them. And the factor of jealousy used to come, but then I analyzed the situation and I came to conclusion that with an elaborate understanding that my God, he must have worked so hard, and that's why he succeeded. And maybe I did not work all that hard. At the same time, luck also favored him. In the sense, his punya karma has helped him earn this success. So, what you must do is you must also start working hard and appreciate. And also, one thing, when you appreciate others' success, that inner strength also opens within you. So maybe certain thing you were trying for years together, and you see someone else is succeeding in that field or in that area, then that this possibility is there. But then with this understanding, you won't have any problem settling that within your own self. That first thing is his hard work or her hard work, and second thing, his or her punya karma. That is luck, which is favoring that person. And secondly, regarding that failure part, so see, everybody's karma is different. If something has happened to someone else, it is not necessary it will happen to you or any family members. But the possibility is there, it can happen. So you don't have to worry about that. There are so many things which can happen. And we come across so many things in the world, so many other people having problems. Nowadays, like very common thing is cancer. And during the COVID time, so many people passed away like that. So that fear was there. But then we have to understand that everybody's destiny is also there. Everybody's punya karma is also there. Do you think that we are not exposed to all these, uh, what do you say, microorganisms around wherever we go?
Right.
We all get exposed to that, but not that all of them fall sick. Only where there is problem, there is that cause is there, inside cause is there, then outside situation affect you. If that inner cause is not there, then outside, however infectious surrounding is, you will not fall sick. I have seen that particularly. I have seen that many times I got exposed to for months together. Someone is having severe cold, and I never sneezed even once. So that shows, and there are other people who just came here. I mean, we came together, and they got exposed to that person, and these people, this person made me catch this cold. Otherwise, I was okay. Inside, I used to laugh at the situation that, see, I was there with this person for last 8 months, and he was sick with all this extreme high cold, but then nothing happened to me. So do you understand that?
Right.
So here, in that someone's failure, you don't have to worry about that. And in fact, you must feel sorry and try to pacify them with proper words, proper understanding, and your hearty feelings.
No, those things, Babar is correct. Always I am doing that.
Not feeling. I'm just not talking about words, my inner feeling.
Words also I'm telling. The words is also coming proper way. It is specifying the other party also, whether it is in success or the failure. But what was inside battling, that I express. And that one, that's why I'm telling that why it is cropping up inside like that. Jealousy
That is
or
possible.
something like
It can come. So it's like you, in fact, this situation shows that this stuff is there within us. So we never give any attention, pay any attention. But now, as and when it pops up, we must attend to it and resolve it. That is our duty.
Yes. Just from your explanation, no, I just want to tell you something more about this also. That whenever
Go
this
ahead, yeah.
situation comes, like no, you are telling the hard work only gives him this extra benefit or whatever is there. So and the other thing is the punya, the luck, whatever. But in our language, it should be punya, not luck. Okay. So I used to actually give this example, give this one to relate with the punya karmas, something like that. Whoever is getting benefit, but the hard work, something it is difficult to believe also, because we can see that one physically what he is doing. It is not hard work, but it is something out of his luck, or what we call is punya karma. Same thing for the other side also, failure. See, it is his luck part only, one bad luck part only. So I used to actually tell Subir that this is because of his Purna Karma. The way I specify myself, whatever question comes. But hard work, something is difficult to accept, because it is seeing that it is not that much effort the man or is putting. So that is visible. That's why that is not actually right way to console.
Shall I tell you one thing? Do you know that people have two faces?
Tell me.
People have two faces. What they show carelessness, and they don't care, and they're easygoing. But backside, the other side of the other face is very serious and hardworking.
And that is possible, yeah.
So you cannot ignore hard work in principle.
Right.
Luck is there, but then luck, we will say, like, it's an exception. Primarily, it is hard work only. Otherwise, you will wait for your luck, which is not right.
No, hard work is there. That should be the basic thing. Then that is the primary step. I got that point.
I give one example. One person, one Mahatma, came from India, America. He came to America, and he had to give this registration, or what do you call that? He was a civil engineer, and he had to give some exam in America so that he can practice it for his official license. What they say,
eligible for that.
He said, "I was in the Satsang. I just came from India, and then I had the exam." So what he said, I did 3 mantra 5 times, and every time I said, "Dada, what is the answer?" And he just ticked that, because it was multiple choice thing. And he wanted to attend satsang also, so he just finished that paper, I will say, in just half an hour, 45 minutes, and submitted with this understanding. And when that person saw that how can this guy finish so fast? And somehow he made good face. So he said, "Thank you, Dada," and he left. He passed that exam. Now, how will you correlate? Do you understand? So, what we must understand.
We cannot rule out hard work.
Yes, exceptions are there, so exceptions are not to be stated, but we have to understand that hard work is the main point for your success. Jai Sachidananda. Pulinanandji?
This is perfect. The entire discussion is absolute right. Just one little thought that came to me was hard work is there, punya is also the other dimension. Third thing, as you said, little efforts and he got good results. And you said that I am struggling, or the person X is struggling, is not getting the results of this thing. Or some person little effort. So you say it's difficult to digest that he has worked hard. There the dimension of talent comes in. The person is so brilliant or talented, with little work, little effort, he gets fat results, While studying in engineering, we used to take a lot of time to understand one page of the textbook, in the first year, And there was this guy who would just study 15 minutes and he would be over with it. So now what do you say? He succeeded, no hard work, but he had got that talent, insight or whatever. And so with little efforts, he could get more output. So it could be a combination of all the three things, depending on what the case is, what the scenario is. It could be his talent. Talent, how does the talent come? That also is hard work of the previous birth, maybe. In the previous
Mhm.
birth, he not had that much of knowledge. He is ready with ripened up in this birth. So he's come with that talent straight away. With little effort, he is getting more output. You know, all these child prodigies, musician at age 5 and good singers at age 6 and all. What is that? Those are all brought from the previous birth, carried forward. So that's talent and immediate result. With less or talent, with less hard work, you get the result. So it's talent, hard work, punya, Dada's grace, all factors put together. Something other keeps working. Suggest.
Sorry, I will carry little further also, as I think there is no hands up for the questioning. In my professional life, as you are telling, talent, hard work, all those things are there and it is accepted in general terms. But sometimes when in the ladder, if this up you ladder is not empty, then you cannot get that means that ladder up. So it happens like that. So this is also called luck also.
Hey,
This
that
is
is
also called
that is
hard work, talent, everything is there. But if
yes,
you
yes.
don't have the chance, this upper you, that block, that is called career block in professional term. It is called career block. I have seen even senior, I was been actually lucky. That's why I'm telling like that. Even senior to me, they were placed below and they were drawing less salary in means Nigeria when I was there. That doesn't mean that I am more talented than him, and I was less hardworking than the other person also. So this has been in my experience. So I am taking all those things, hard work, talent, and something like that. Scope should be there, and which is called as luck in our terms.
Yeah, punya of course plays a part. Punya of course plays a part. But from where is that punya generated? Generated from somewhere else, not of the previous birth only.
Previous birth. Yes.
So it's a combination of all. It's a combination.
I used to tell myself that, like you, there are so many talented people, persons are available in India and abroad. But why you have got this? I was feeling inside, man, Dada's Gyan. No, I was feeling that, see, Dada has placed you to this place because, and so many people are around you, or it is there, but they are more talented than you. So I used to, what do you call it? Feeling a gratitude that I have got this. Means posters got this career. So that is there. That is a good part in my life. So I was happy with that. And Deepakanandji, now you explain about that infection and all those things, no? And you are not being touched of that. Means you didn't pick that infection. It is happened now. I am right now in USA, and I have been here in my house here. Means my son's house. There are 3 cats, pets. My son has 3 pets. So my wife has a severe allergy, and today I has to take her to emergency. My son has to we went together, and they are told this is severe allergy only. So, but the same house, same pets are there, moving around, playing around with us. But she catch up that one. I didn't, or my son didn't catch up. So this is also, according to you, that same logic is playing here also.
True. So actually, what is my inner understanding, in whatever situation I am, I must check whether I have any violent feelings inside or no. And if it is there, I must address them, correct myself. That's it. Do you understand that?
Okay,
Right.
our time is up now, so
So I
please
cannot cross the boundary of non-violence. That is the idea. Any
Right.
crossover of this boundary of non-violence, it is my duty. I must address, I must correct myself. Period.
Mm-hmm. But this non-balance maybe means now it is seen that non-balance is there with my wife. I can say, I can see her, but it may be from the previous birth. That's why.
There's so many things, factors. Okay, Jai Satchidanand.
Jai
Okay,
Satchidanand.
our time is up. So, Deepakanandji, can you three months?
Sorry, I have taken most of the time of the satsang.
No.
That's
That
fine.
is fine. That is fine. And good timing now to conclude. And there's always a next Tuesday. We can always do it again too. So, Deepakanandji, can
We
you?
expect-
Meantime, Deepakanandji will just see if people want to experiment on the separation, how they are doing it. Okay.
Yes, yes, very important.
Deepakanandji, 3 months, please.
Namo Vitragaya.
Namo Vitraga.
Namo Arihantanam.
Namo.
Namo Arihantanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo
Namo
Ayariyanam.
Ayariyanam.
Namo Vajjayanam.
Namo
Namo
Vajjayanam.
Vajjayanam.
Namo Dohi Sava Sahunam.
Namo
Namo Loe Sabba Sahunam.
Eso Panchana Mukkaro.
Eso Panchanamkaro.
Mukaro.
Savva Pranasano.
Sabba
Sarvapanasanam.
Papanasano.
Mangalanam cha Savesim.
Mangalam
Savesim.
Savesim.
Paramam Havai Mangalam.
Paramam Havai Mangalam.
Mangalam.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya.
Devaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om
Namah Shivaya.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai
Jai
Satchidanand.
Satchidanand.
Deepakanandji,
Jai Satchidanand, Jai
Dr.
Satchidanand,
Krishnan.
Deepakanandji.
Jai Satchidanand, Lalita
Purusharth.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.